Hello, 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 hello. Patience is live. Patience with spirit. There's some things I gotta tell ya. Hello, my collective. I love you so much. I think that you're fantastic. I think that you're an individual. I think you have a special gift that only you have that you need to tap into and that you're doing in this moment right now. And I'm so happy that you choose to be here with me. I am so grateful. So grateful. I love you. And I love spirit so much. I'm here with another Spirit Speaks. I'm Patience, your psychic intuitive medium, host of Spirit News on Spotify, where we teach you about your non-physicalness. And here on the YouTubes, we do psychic development collective detective reads. And we got another one for ya. We got barroom, which let me just tell you, Spirit says barroom multiple times a day. And I didn't think anything of it. But then I'm like, well, just because it's not a human doesn't mean that it doesn't have significance. So I was like, they say it all the time, let me just do it. So I got barroom, ingot, or I got barroom 40 and ingot. And of course, I was like, what the hell's an ingot? And if you watched our live earlier today, you know that they said ingot earlier, but they said ingot ulit or something, which is just a derivative from ingot, which is a block of steel, gold, or silver, typically oblong. So then I was meditating on what does a bar room have to do with ingots? And I was thinking, well, a bar room has seats or tables usually, right? So maybe this bar room has 40 ingot tables, metal oblong tables, or they have a 40-person cedar ingot bar that's of an oblong shape. And then I was like, well, that sounds like maybe a place for meetings, like a meeting room, or some place where a community may go that can seat a lot of people at the ingot table. Okay? So then then we got a song, okay, from Spirit. And it's from the Pop Rising playlist. I just hit shuffle and random and asked them to play a song that represents the situation. And it was called Too Much by Girl in Red. Okay. So it says, don't you just love to kill the light in my eyes? To make me low when I'm high? Oh wow, it's just a joke, you always say afterwards. Still my feelings get hurt. Whoa, so please. Oh whoa, so please don't say too much. That I'm over the top. You don't understand me. We're so different at heart. You're on Earth and I'm out on Mars. All I ever wanted was your love. I toned myself down for you. Volume 1 almost mute. I'll never ignite. You always found a way to bring me down. You trivialized everything, from my tears to my grins. It's like you're scared of anything real. What? For a second I thought you were sincere. But you've been dragging me down all these years with your coldness. I don't care. Don't say too much. Don't say I'm over the top. Don't say you don't understand me. We're so different. You're Earth and I'm Mars. You go through life like you're on a fucking runaway. Dracula's shoulders, baby, are blocking all my sun rays. This throwing shade is so passe. Forever is unlikely for us. Opposites attract. Dots are more like blackjack. Damn, this girl's poetic. House always wins, so I'm taking all my love back. Ah, this girl's good. I like her. Girl in red. She's rooted. With you, I lose either way. You think I'm weird when I get too excited. What? It says what? I think it's weird how you're so empty-minded. What? It says what? Yeah, you've been dragging me down all these years with your coolness. I don't care. So please don't say I'm too much. Don't say I'm over the top. You don't understand me. We're different at heart. but I still keep trying. At the end, it says, wow, I really relate to that, but I'm going to try to detach myself so it's not personal. But this is basically about a story of someone who is emotionally and mentally abusive, bringing down their significant other or someone they have a relationship with. This is clear mental and emotional abuse. It's just a joke when someone don't don't you just love to kill the light in my eyes to make me low when I'm high? That's when that person will make fun of you or make fun of what you're doing in order to make themselves feel better, because how dare you be happy and they're not happy. So they'll make fun of you, they'll say something rude, and then when you get upset when you say something, then that's when they downplay and they're like, oh, it's just a joke. You can't take a joke. Why? It was funny. Oh. No, I get that all the time. My ex-husband would do that to me. He'd always dismiss my feelings. He'd always invalidate my emotions, but then at the same time, on purpose, try to bring me down. Yeah, no, thank you. I so something with a bar room. Maybe this person's an alcoholic. They go to the bar a lot, and that's why they act this way. It says, "You don't understand me. We're so different at heart. You're on Earth, and I'm on Mars." So someone who's in a relationship with someone that's not equally yoked. All I ever wanted was your love. I toned myself down for you. I don't recommend you ever do that. From what I'm learning, love is when you don't have to tone yourself down, where you can just be exactly who you are and nobody makes fun of you. People actually accept you the way you are. I know, it's crazy, right? That's love. Um, I toned myself down for you. Volume 1, almost mute. I'll never ignite. Yeah, this person didn't wanted to trivialize everything that they brought up to them. So they would never be something. So they would never be their full potential. Brought my tears to From my tears to my grins, you trivialized everything. This person is emotionally abusive to this person. They use their happiness against them as some kind of tactic to create dis-ease, to create disharmony. It's like you're scared of anything real. So this person's really superficial, they're aloof, they're cold. She even says, you've been dragging me down all these years. So they've been together for years. And I like this one. Dracula's shoulders, baby blocking all my sun rays. This person throws shade on this person. Throwing shade is so passé. They just don't. These people are so different that the person that doesn't understand this person makes fun of them and treats them bad because they don't understand them. They view that as something bad. But really, they're the ones who are aloof and cold with no personality. I think it's weird how you're so empty-minded. Yeah, when I think I'm weird, you think I'm weird when I get too excited. Yeah, this person's making fun of somebody who's just trying to be themselves and bringing them down emotionally, being abusive. Preventing someone from being themselves is emotional abuse, mental abuse. When you purposely do things to make people feel inadequate or bad, that's emotional mental abuse. When you don't allow people to be themselves, when you make fun of them because of something they like to do, emotional mental abuse. You're literally not allowing someone to be themselves, and that's unacceptable. So something in this bar room. Maybe two people who go to a bar, or I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure how this bar room. Maybe they have a bar in their basement. Maybe there's a bar in their basement. Or maybe one of these people drink a lot. I don't know yet. We'll have to find out. What's the current energy for this situation? What's the current energy for this situation? Second house, assets. There could be some kind of business or something. Material world, possessions, finance, talent, values. Someone's hoarding a business or some kind of asset. Maybe this bar room, or maybe they're just visiting a bar room because they're in a situation where their assets break. It's funny. Spirit said break, and there's two separate boxes that are separated from each other, and the wings are separated from each other. So a couple that's possibly on a break, maybe one of them is realizing that they're emotionally and mentally abused in the relationship and they don't like it. They're tired of it. Okay. Travel. Spirit says travel is on the horizon. What else? What else do I see? Something about worthiness. This person, one of these people is starting to understand their value. That's what this is. They're starting to understand their value is more than just their belongings and possessions and their finances. It's their talent. It's their security. It's their values. It's their solidity. They can have all those things, but if you have all those things and you don't feel safe and you don't feel worthy, then what's the point? What's the point of having them if you don't feel safe or worthy to enjoy them? Let me mix these up a little more. I feel like I didn't give them like a shuffle. I hope everyone's having a fantastic week. I am. Sun's out. It's a beautiful day. There's not a cloud in the sky. I'm so happy to be alive. I'm so grateful to be here to give you higher perspectives. I think I might go to the library today, do some work for a Spirit News episode. I love putting Spirit News out. That's my number one. That's my number one love over there, Spirit News, where we bring you higher perspectives. Linear views. Okay. So that's the current energy. Let me formulate a question. Spirit says I have to get better at asking questions. So what do I want to know? I want to know, what does the bar room have to do with this scenario? What's the bar room have to do with this scenario? Let's get a little more specific. So this is the current energy. Let's see. All right, so what does the bar room and an ingot and 40 have to do with this? Republicans. This could be political. Oh my gosh, is this about how our government gaslights us? U.S. political party symbolized by an elephant, and don't ever forget it. Snuffling. Snuffling. Snuffling? What is snuffling? Snuff. Snuffed at. The Gulf War, Desert Storm. The Gulf Republicans, the Gulf War, assets. Fresh, new, original, good. So someone who is possibly in the Iraqi Desert Storm Gulf War, who's a Republican, could possibly be the one that is emotionally abusive. They have a tough exterior, but they like to look like they're new and original and good, but they're very complicated. They're very complicated and difficult and firm. They're like a hardened political person because I'm in the war and I did this and I did that. You know, no? Okay. Then maybe they're very quiet. Maybe they're very quiet and uncommunicative. They have a tough exterior where they seem firm and strong. They could perhaps need a fresh perspective of their or a higher perspective of their demeanor because it's complicated and complex, difficult, involved. Maybe that's why they project so much onto this person. Hopefully. They might not talk a lot, but when they talk, it's usually like about politics, about their time in the military, or maybe they have some kind of involvement in politics or something. Online shopping. The other person has an online shopping addiction. So this is about a couple. Gary could be significant. This is about a couple that needs a fresh perspective on their relationship. Online shopping. Enter your credit card number. This is a secure site. Sure it is. So someone may have been hacked. Someone may have been hacked online. Maybe at this bar room. Maybe they're stealing people's credit cards. Industrious. Diligent, busy, hardworking. This bar room could potentially have had... This bar room could be have a frequent flyers of maybe older people. Mudsling. Maybe older people who are, have been in the Gulf War and who are Republicans, and they don't shop online because they're afraid of that it's not secure, but I think they go to a bar that may have possibly have been stealing money from their credit cards. Industriously busy, but looking like they're busy. Vietnam Memorial. A bad haircut. Someone's got a crew cut. Someone's got a short crew cut, like they're still in the war or something. A perfect start to a bad hair day. Vietnam Memorial. The AMVETS. The place where they go when you're older, the American, or it's like a place for vets to go. It's usually like a bar or something. Yankee. Surveillance. What is that called? I'm not alone. I think it's called like AMVETS or something. There could potentially be an American veterans bar where veterans frequent who are complicated and tough. And they could potentially getting their money stolen from this bar through credit cards or through some kind of payment process. Because assets in material world popped up for the current energy. They could be getting their money stolen by this bar that they frequent. But because they're so tough and complicated, they don't realize that they're being stolen from. Repulsive. Spirit says it's disgusting and offensive how they're stealing from these vets. Or maybe the Republicans are stealing from the vets. I don't know yet. Lazy, lifeless, apathetic, weary. This bar is lazy. Right under industrious. They work hard at stealing the money, but otherwise they're lazy with everything else. And it's repulsive to Spirit. Spirit says it's offensive. Tell us more. Why are they stealing the money? How are they stealing the money? Why don't the vets know about it? Because they're kind of crazy. They probably all have PTSD. They're not worried about that. They go to one place they trust where they know it should be good. Oh my God, that's horrible.
Office.
Maybe there's someone in the office that the accountant, whoever the accountant is, must shave money off the top or something. Because they're so old and complicated, they don't. Aruba. They could have possibly taken a vacation to Aruba, taking money from veterans. You should be scared, Spirit says. Janice is skimming money off the top of American veterans that gave their life to fight wars for us so we could live. Yeah, that's pretty repulsive. No wonder it's in spiritual court. No wonder Spirit kept bringing it up. Handcuffs. You have the right to remain silent. This person's going to get arrested now that it's in divine court. The Pentagon. From the Pentagon. The Pentagon's going to come arrest this person. The five-sided home of the U.S. Department of Defense. This person's abusive to veterans and steals their money. Could possibly be their accountant. It's lazy. They work hard to steal money, but they're repulsive and lazy, lifeless, apathetic. They're possibly going to be getting arrested because we're talking about it right now, which means it's finally come down into the physical realm. Oh my gosh, that's sensual. They could possibly flirt with these old people, with these veterans, making them feel all spiffy, possibly even doing sexual favors for them for money, to take their money. Oh my God, that's awful. Targeting veterans. That's sick, man. Knowing that they need a little more extra care. Sexy, sensual. This person uses their body to flirt with old people, old veterans. Mold. This person says mold. 222. Fuzzy growth produced in organic matter by several types of fungi, particularly attracted to students' refrigerators. And students? This person targets veterans and students to steal their money. They use sensual, sexy tactics because they're freaking crazy to steal their. Oh my gosh, they may use veterans and students' credit cards to buy things for themselves and to shave money off the top of the books because they're moldy. Oh, that's horrible. That's bad. Do I have to tell you that's bad?
He hates you.
Well, sorry for you. You know what? Let me just do this. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that's right. Nope, not today, Satan.
Inmate.
You ain't coming over here causing all kinds of trouble. I'm gonna burn you up. Go back to where you came from. You're not welcome here. Go on, get. Give some to you, collective. Give some over here. That is so.
Poorness.
Yeah, that is so cruel that you're doing that. A woman's doing it, and she uses mental and emotional abuse on these people to make them feel bad about themselves so she can keep stealing their money to keep them in a place of complacency so they don't question her.
Sure.
Yeah, see, people aren't treating you like that for no reason. There's always a reason, and it's always for self. It's always for self, something that they are doing to keep you down for their own for their own reasons, always, I'm finding. Nobody's just treating you like that for no reason. There's always some ulterior motive behind it. And sure enough, hopeless. Yeah, they keep they emotionally abuse these people with, like the song was saying, kick me, you kick me, you kick me when I'm down and you kick me when I'm high. You make fun of me,
False.
then you say it's a joke. Yeah, you make me feel like,
Chaser.
yeah, this person has these people chasing their love. They're a narcissist. They're a narcissist. They're hopeless, desperate, downhearted, pessimistic. They prey on people who are hopeless. Ballerinas, beautiful, graceful dancers who are always on their toes. They could present themselves to be as dainty as a ballerina. Oh, I'm just here living my life and everything happens to me and I don't do anything wrong. Spirit says no. That is not. Yeah, because they live in pride. But whatever they're doing is being seen by the higher ups. That's why it's in spiritual court. God says, not today, Satan. They're like, they find people that they can mold, that are hopeless, that they can use sex or their sensuality on, that are mentally ill, that are lazy. No, not lazy. Oh, they're lazy.
Demonic presence.
Oh, Jesus. Because they have a demonic energy attachment. So they know exactly the things. They can spot the things in people right away. When you have a negative energy attachment, that negative energy attachment, you can bet, knows energy. And the energy it needs to sustain itself is going to match it. Confirmation. Speak out against the total ban of TikTok. Confirmation. We're speaking out about this. They want to ban TikTok because TikTok actually helps people. That's why they want to ban TikTok. There's a lot of bad TikToks, but there's also a lot of good ones. So for all the bad ones, remember there's always good ones. I myself have a TikTok that documents our ascension process, which you can go look at. But this person has a demonic presence in them. An alien that can sense, that knows the energy it needs in a person to be able to use them. Okay, that's how it works. We teach you that on Spirit News, about your non-physicalness. If you want to know more about that, you can go over there. But this person does have a demonic presence in them, which makes them prideful and egotistical. They run in double energy. They're oppressive. They search for people's weaknesses on purpose and then present themselves like a dainty ballerina using sexual, sensual ways of manipulating people. Get your kicks on Route 66. I can't make it up. 666. Yeah, this person's got the devil in them. Norman Rockwell. American painter, illustrator, and all-around interpreter of small-town American life. They target small towns. They probably move around a lot. They look for people who are like silly putty to mold. They use their body and sexual favors and sensuality to handcuff people. They could potentially have someone in political figures at the Pentagon even. Carl Sagan, in Spiritualists, or he was an astronomer. Oh my gosh, this person could possibly... American astronomer and pioneer exobiologist, touched many lives, billions and billions of them. Billions and billions of them. Amanda? Spirit said Amanda. This person could possibly use astrology to do this. They might use astrology to spiritually in an illegal spiritual way, like find out about these people that they want to target. Something about they could possibly be an astronomer or astrologist. Tell me more about this person. Recycling. More than 1 million tons of aluminum are not recycled each year. Where do you throw your cans? Where do you throw your cans? Where do you throw your cans? They recycle something. They have a pattern. They have a pattern that they recycle for each person. It's like the same pattern. It kind of reminds me of the thought block I got the other day about narcissists and how they use certain tactics to see where their power lies with you. And one of the examples I made a note of is becoming their secretary. Like they make you feel like you're friends and you're like
Wildly.
like they're best friends, like not anything they do is, I don't know, they have this really unique way of making you feel like safe. And then once you're at a certain level of safety, they'll see how much control they have over you by asking you to dictate something for them.
Loose.
Like to, loosely, I'm just giving an example of something about a graveyard. They're recycling something at a graveyard? Oh, damn. But they'll be like, hey, write this down for me. Or hey, can you take this down? Can you write this list for me? They'll do something like that for like a power move. I think this person has like, what is this person's power moves that they're recycling? Let's change cards. Let's try to find out. Let's see how specific we can get. Oh, this just came out sharp. I think Spirit says I'm sharp. This person's also very sharp. They're very smart. They're almost like, I want to say they're almost like, I'm just going to say it. I'm just going to say it for the data. They're almost like a robot, just very calculating. Very calculating. Let's see if we can get some words in here. Jacob could be significant. I got amount, theory, moist, amount, theory, moist, recoil, oppose, mishap, is I, mishap I. I have the letter Y. I have the letter Y. I'll show you guys in a second on the magnet board. When I flip them all over. Amount, theory, moist, recoil, oppose, mishap, war. War come. And we have the Gulf War, we have the Vietnam Memorial, we have the Pentagon, and we have Republicans. War come why? Mishap I. War come why? Why? Twice. Why? Head. Copy. I think we're talking about the government or something. I think they're talking about the government as like a entity. Amount, theory, moist, recoil, oppose, mishap, I. Why, war, come, why. Head, copy. The head is a copy. Is rotten. Mingle. Force. Not confess. Okay, let's see. I'll show you. So the amount of theory is making something moist to recoil or oppose a mishap that they saw to bring war. Why come why? Why war come why? The head is a copy and is rotten. He mingled with forces to not confess. Confess. Someone doesn't want to confess about forcing a mingle, a get-together of rotten copy head, maybe head of state or a boss or someone of authority, like the Pentagon or something. Why war? Why come war? Why? Eye for an eye. Mishap. Oppose the recoil and moisten the theory amount. So something based on a theory is beginning to recoil and oppose the mishap that was eye for an eye to bring war come why war come why authority. I just said someone of authority, didn't I? A head of the authority figure, a head of state, is a copy and is rotten. He mingled with forces and doesn't want to confess about it. Ooh, come through, Spirit. Come through. What else? Treasure for money. Oh my gosh, stop it. For soul. Treasure for, they wanted soul. Souls, pray. Pray. Everybody needs to pray to stop this war from happening. Carrots. And carrots like the food carrots, not diamond carrots. Fall. Carrots fall. Carrots fall because carrots, treasure, soul, pray, final carrots fall because fall to feel because they have them cake because have cake. They want carrots and cake. They want to have their cake and eat it too. They want to have money and souls. Oh, Jesus. That's why they're stealing from our vets. They're not recycling like the way they're supposed to be. They're lazy. They're repulsive. They're stealing your money off online. Oh, okay, let's see. Could be talking about the government here. Then since ancient praise, I just got to S. Ancient. Since ancient. They've been doing this since ancient times. Adult. We. Oh, I got adult and child. Pants. Spirit says pants all the time. Okay. So, treasure, soul, praise, final.
Something dark here.
Final, okay, something dark here, demonic presence. So there's definitely, and we got Route 66. So something evil is going on. Treasure, soul, praise, final carrots fall, feel because have cake. Me, then sense ancient adult, we pants child. So there's a treasure that souls pray for in its finality, where they want the carrots and the cake. They want the soul and the money. But carrots fall and feel because have cake means sense ancient adult. Mis Vincent's child pants we adult ancient since we adults we have been doing this since ancient, since from adult to child we pants child. So they do this, they start indoctrinating people as children to wear the pants or be controlling, and then when they're adult, this is an ancient tactic for the senses to teach people to go after cake and carrots, so they don't fall, so they fall from a carrot. So they choose cake over carrots. And feel like they don't have to pray or don't have a soul. But really your soul is the treasure, and they prey on you, so you choose to have your cake and eat it too, but that's just not the way it is, or not the way that they say it is. They've been doing some kind of ancient, Michelle, they've been doing some kind of ancient mind tactics to our senses, so we don't pay attention to who's really wearing the pants, an adult or a child, so they fall, so their feelings fall in a finale to pray for souls, so they gain a treasure. They're trying to gain your souls and money, and all while making us feel like our soul isn't important. So that's on a macro level, but on a micro level, there is a person who's doing this too, to potentially a community that starts at a bar room. And the Pentagon, if it were a table, it's not oblong, but it is a round table, where this could potentially be on a micro level, a bar room that has a big table in it that a lot of people can sit at, where they feel like they can talk about what they want and mingle and confess things. And there's some kind of head or boss there that comes and talks about war and tries to shape them like silly putty. That's possibly an astrologer. The Pentagon could be using astrology to find people who are easily targeted. What? That's craziness. What else? Where should I go? All right. How can we help? Three of Swords, heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression, surgery. Spirit's going to do some spiritual surgery on this situation, and on a micro level, this person needs to divorce this person, because they're not going to change, just like our government's not going to change unless we do something about it. Ten of Swords, complete a painful ending, rock bottom, but it's upside down, so it hasn't been completed yet, but it's like in the works. It's like in the works right now. Oh, Tower. Yes, unwanted change, ruin, disgrace, upheaval, violence. There's going to be some kind of upheaval that's going to change this. Lisa, Michelle. That's going to change this, because demonic presence has been sensed, and it's going to lead to nostalgia, gifts, innocence, and reunions. For a Nine of Pentacles, for self-sufficiency. People are going to be able to live off their land again. They're going to be able to not have their money stolen. Oh my gosh, there's something good happening. Luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain, solo pleasures. This is going to be us, collective. Just enjoying our life, actually, without having to worry about who's emotionally abusing us and taking from us. This is going to be them. Nine of Wands reversed. Keeping and maintaining boundaries, persistence. This is what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to keep up the boundaries and be persistent about it, because one little misstep and this person's going to try to find their way in to cause a tower for you. But Spirit says to just Ace of Cups, new baby, relationship, proposal, marriage. You're going to have a new opportunity that is sent from God. Look, God says, I got you, boo. Don't worry. I see what's going on. So by the, I don't know, is that a full moon in 1 month's time, or by the next full moon? Everything's going to be set right. You're going to have an Ace of Cups. Travel. Spirit says you're probably going to travel. This is a great reading. It started a little rocky, but I like happy endings. Self-defense, protect against completion. So you're going to have to stand up for yourself. There's going to be some, I don't know, battle. Not like a real battle, but metaphorically, there's going to be something you have to stand up for yourself for. You got to speak your truth. You got to keep your foot down. You got to keep your boundaries up. Don't give in. You've come this far. Just keep on going. Don't let anyone tell you that what you're doing, that setting boundaries, is wrong, because there's going to be people coming in that might be trying to take your cups. You have until the new moon, or they're going to be trying to do something on the full moon. I meant to say full moon. Friendship, celebrations, a circle of support, upside down. So it's going to be somebody that's going to come in, and you're going to need to set a boundary with and speak your truth to, because they're going to try to confess something to you that's rotten, but it's not going to be the whole truth, and it's not going to. You're going to have to set a boundary with them, because what they're coming in is just, they're going to be copying things they've heard and said, and they want to start a war with you, or they want to oppose you in some way, because they don't want you to amount to anything. They want you to be known as a theory, not something that's concrete. Okay? I hope this helps. I love you so much. Bye.